This program on investing under regulation crowdfunding is not investment advice.
Rising with the crowd, power unbound, change makers lead where hope is found. Superpowers for good, shaping the fate. Investors and dreamers open the gate. Supercross stands loud, proud, and true, building tomorrow for me and you.
Welcome to the Superpowers for Good show from the Super Crowd. I'm your host, Devin Thorpe. And I want to welcome all of our new viewers today. We're so excited. We see every day, every week, we see new viewers joining the show, growing our audience. We're so grateful to you. We want to invite you to stick around, watch the episode, and come back. Watch the show regularly. We'd love to have you. We do a show twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, and we're sharing some of the most inspiring people you'll know, and typically they're engaged in something you can participate in and even profit from as they seek to change the world. Today's guest is a perfect example. Corey Johnson is developing a project called NEIGHBR. It's going to blow your socks off. Let me tell you, this is an inspiring, exciting project. You can participate. We'll share more. Stick around. Corey, welcome to the show. We're just thrilled to have you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Golly, this is, you are doing something truly remarkable. And I'm so excited to learn more, but you're kind of building a resort community that
Yes.
provides affordable housing in kind of a super eco-friendly way. It's
Yes.
kind of a trifecta of impact. Holy cow. How do you do
Yes.
this? What's the vision? How is this working?
Oh, yes, absolutely. So I'd like to start. NEIGHBR itself is a social infrastructure development firm. And in short, that means we like to build spaces that positively impact our community and really serve as a prototype for the future of sustainable living. So what we're doing with these resort-style eco-villages, I like to say that we're taking a lot of the technology that's out there, combined with some of our in-house proprietary tech, and we're putting the pedal to the metal. We're here to show people, hey, all of the answers are out there, and now we can live in a much more sustainable way, in a much more, let's say, not negatively impacting our climate or our environment. So we're just so excited to be able to design and build these facilities and these communities. The overall vision to get people excited is not only will we be building these resort-style eco-villages here in Georgia, which I'll touch on a little bit later, but we want to go nationwide with this. We want to go as far as this will take us.
Yeah, give us a sense of the progress. Are
Yes.
you, I think you're past the vision stage.
Yeah.
Have you got tractors moving dirt? Where are you in terms
Yeah.
of the progress on the project?
Exactly. So now we're, of course, in the design phase currently. We are very close. By the time this airs, I'm sure we'll have that location pretty secured as far as here in Atlanta, Georgia. So we're just excited. We have renderings available to show the public. We have much of our tech is already in motion as well.
Yeah, this is exciting stuff. This is exciting stuff. Tell us a little bit more about you and your background, and how did you get to this place?
Yes. And I think covering that will help explain this idea even more. So my background is in civil engineering. I've worked for a number of companies, designing everything from airports to subdivisions to bridges, you name it. However, I have always had a deep passion for, I like to say, improving that human experience, creating these exciting spaces. So prior to this, I've actually designed and built a wellness facility right here in Atlanta, Georgia. It was biophilic design and covered a lot of the things that will show up in these eco villages. So I like to say what we built previously was a seed, and now we're growing this to a full tree or a full garden, if you will, of possibilities.
That is inspiring. That is inspiring. So give us some of the details. You talk about a resort feel. Tell us what the
Yes.
project looks like. How will we experience that as we're walking through the neighborhood or as we're living there?
Yes, absolutely. So the first thing, of course, is the beauty. So with our renderings that we'll be able to share with people shortly, you get an opportunity to really view how we feel that biophilic design and sustainability and affordability can kind of all meet in one. So you have your tiny homes, your geodomes, on-site farmhouse. You have your commercial spaces, including coffee shops as well as wellness facilities. Um, Ultimately, what makes it a resort that we like to say is, when you go to a resort, typically you're paying your money up front. When you get there, no worries. Um, so for our eco village, I won't go as far as to say that's the case 100%, but with what we have in terms of the utilities largely being sustainable and all of our other developments, you're not going to view bills the same way anymore. A lot of that is already kind of included within the property. So it's going to be a race for people to grab your lot and live there because once you're there, life opens up. We move on to things that I feel like we should be focused on a little bit more than our cost of living. We're focused on how to be better people, how to better exist with one another, maybe interests and hobbies that you feel passionate about. And I can go on, but I think we spent a large part of just trying to
Yeah, that's
exist,
great.
and I want to make that a little bit easier.
Yeah, as you think about the environmental side of the sustainability side, the eco-friendly, that's important to you. Tell us a little bit about how you build that into this. Are we talking just solar panels or what's the plan?
Oh yes. So this is where my civil background comes into play. I'm all about pulling together a large amount of information and systems and getting them to work correctly together, like an airport, um, which might be an even bigger project than this. So with this, we're using solar. We have features of geothermal as well. We have rainwater harvesting, on-site composting, and the farmhouse particularly is what creates that kind of circular uh, kind of food source or really begins that circular economy feel to people living there. So it's about taking systems that some are already in place and pulling them together in a cohesive way that makes sense, that gets, of course, the regulation, which I have a good amount of experience in. And that's ultimately it.
That sounds absolutely wonderful. So it's a comprehensive program of
Exactly.
sustainability and boy, it's not how urban communities and even suburban communities, maybe less so in the United States, were designed and built and not how they function. So it's inspiring to think about
Yes.
coming at this with a whole new vision.
Yes.
How big will the first project be? How many homes are you anticipating in the first project? Are we talking about 12 or 1,200?
Yes. So first site, we're looking at 10 acres, about 20 to 25 homes. Um, that gives us that ability to scale it as well. So we're already looking at other cities that we want to put that next eco village in. Going about it that way is going to just help us out a little bit more in quickly getting the project complete.
Yeah, that's great. As you think about this work, what was the appeal of raising capital from the crowd?
Yes, that's a great question. So what I love about this approach as opposed to, let's say, a traditional real estate development project is one, first and foremost, the scale. So not only are we excited to do this, there's also a tech component I want to touch on a little bit later. But what it does is it offers us the opportunity to get people involved from the get-go. I want people to feel like they've been along the journey from the beginning, kind of to end. Um, Also, with crowdfunding, as soon as as soon as we're up, I like to believe that those early investors will really be some of our earlier residents there as well. So that's important to me. I talk to people all the time from the different work, the projects I've done. They say, "Oh man, this is really exciting. How can I get involved?" Um, and so, getting an opportunity to partner almost with the public it's incredible. It really opens up a lot of doors for us.
Yeah, that's inspiring. And it is kind of fun to think about the opportunity that ordinary folks like me have to go and invest in your deal. Uh,
Yes.
I've set up a short link that takes people directly to the Funding Hope investment offering page where people can check it out at s4g.biz/neighbor. Um,
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about why you chose Funding Hope.
Yes. So of course our team we looked at a few different options as far as crowdfunding goes. But again, what's important to us is we're going after positively impacting the climate. We're after just making people better. I like to simplify things um, as much as I can. That's the ultimate goal. And so when you look at Funding Hope, their alignment with the UN's developmental goals is that's right on the money for what I have a passion for, what I'm interested in, and the fact that they take it seriously. Uh, we live in a time now where you're not often, let's say, incentivized to, I say, do the right thing for the right reasons. But um, I love to see that Funding Hope is doing just that. They're really after um, kind of uplifting those founders who are trying to make a difference.
Yeah, yeah. And you clearly are trying to make a difference. And
Yes.
I'm excited to see you succeed with this capital raise. Uh, Corey, we're going to have to take a quick break here, but we'll be right back.
Okay.
Folks, I'm here today with Corey Johnson. He's the real estate developer behind NEIGHBR, a brilliant, inspiring eco village concept that he's building in the Atlanta area. It really is just an amazing thing. He's raising capital from the crowd at Funding Hope. You can visit that at s4g.biz/neighbor. But we've got to take a break. We're going to come back. And when we come back, we'll talk to Corey about his superpower. So stick around. You don't want to miss this.
Download a free copy of How to Make Money with Impact Crowdfunding. The book Sarah Hanks describes as
a fantastic overview, not just of crowdfunding investing, but of investing in general.
Andrew Savickas raved,
"This book offers unparalleled insights for anyone looking to make a difference."
Scan the QR code to get your copy.
Ready to take your small business to the next level? Honeycomb Credit empowers diverse entrepreneurs by connecting you with community-driven funding. Build customer relationships, amplify your brand, and grow with those who believe in you. Honeycomb Credit, where your community invests in you.
Scan the QR code to start today.
Join the Impact Crowdfunding movement. Get Superpowers for Good, your free daily newsletter with exclusive video replays, a podcast, and the latest investment opportunities open to everyone. Join the super crowd. Scan now so you can learn to make money while you make a difference.
Welcome back. I'm here today with Corey Johnson here at the Superpowers for Good show from the Super Crowd. I'm your host, Devin Thorpe. And, Corey is working on an amazing, inspiring project, a real estate development in the Atlanta area that will serve as a prototype for replicating this across the country, that will be super eco-friendly and affordable housing project. This is really kind of a delightful project. I want to encourage you to learn more about it. You can visit s4g.biz/neighbor to learn more about the investing. But we're going to shift gears now and talk to Corey about his superpower. So stick around. You don't want to miss this. Corey,
Yes.
you're a remarkable guy in the truest, most genuine sense, and your passion for building a delightful place to live that is also eco-friendly, that is also affordable. Wow, I love it. I love it. There is such tremendous opportunity for you to change the world here and just change the paradigm of what
Mhm.
housing is. I congratulate you for having such a powerful vision.
Oh, yeah. Definitely
What
appreciate
what
that.
is your superpower?
I like to first start my source of this power is definitely my faith. Definitely a praying man. But the way it manifests itself is I like to call it artistic engineering. Um, I have a background in music, so I'm classically trained in violin and viola. Um, and how that informs the way I go about some of the more technical things I do is it opens me up to endless possibilities. So I almost feel like I'm Doctor Strange, who can just grab all types of different ideas and actually pull them into reality. So I like to kind of summarize that. Yeah, just saying, kind of artistic engineering is that's the superpower.
That is brilliant. I I I envy that, right? Because I don't have that. I'm so grateful for Canva to guide me. When I
Yeah.
absolutely have to do some design, I'm grateful for
Yep.
Canva. So tell us, what can you think of a specific story, an
Mm.
anecdote, something you could share that would illustrate how you've used that superpower in the past?
Oh wow. Okay. I'll start even as recent as the wellness studio that we designed and built. Um, Not only did, of course, it meet the specific requirements to get a permit, but hands down, when people walked into it, they were blown away by the beauty of it. Um, we can solve real world problems, but if something doesn't feel good, let's say to the human soul, when they interact with it, that can be a challenge. So it's almost that combining that human side of you with the technical work that you may find yourself doing is a challenge, but it's one that again I feel gifted being able to do. So that studio had koi pond and you name it. I went all the way as far as you can take it in combining both of those worlds.
Yeah, that's brilliant, and I can see how in a wellness environment, the some natural beauty, even things as simple but beautiful as a koi pond, where you could see a little bit of life
Exactly.
happening right before you. That would feel soothing and comforting, right?
Exactly.
Uh,
Exactly.
yeah, it would contribute to your wellness.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
great, brilliant. Uh,
Yes.
I wonder now, it's a little selfish,
Yep.
but I wonder if you could coach us on how to discover our own internal ability to sort of artistically engineer. We're not going to school. We're not going to be
Yeah.
engineers, most of us, right? But that idea that could infuse the way we approach a project in a new way, just a
Oh
little bit.
wow.
It seems like it would be valuable. How could we do that? How could we learn to be a little bit more like Corey Johnson?
Oh. Okay. I think I'll start. Just don't limit yourself in any way. You have a left and right brain for a reason. They both inform one another. Um, I studied and did all types of calcs with music playing in the background, which some may say, "How in the world are you doing that?" And I'm like, "Well, it helps me. It helps me remember things pretty easily. Um, and what it also do is it helps you be able to be effective in the world today, and that's important. That's critical. Um, we have a lot of challenges in front of us, but let us not forget the human aspect of why we're doing what we're doing. Is ultimately what I would say. No matter what you do not forget your humanity.
Yeah, that's a great tip, and I really appreciate you sharing that. I think that it's so easy, even when we're interacting with humans, some of us
Yes.
struggle to
Yes.
remember that,
Yes.
this customer service rep I'm talking to, that this young guy checking me out at McDonald's is a human being, right? And so
Yes.
I can imagine that it's even more difficult to remember that humanity when we are working on a door or a
Yes.
walkway, right?
Yes.
And so trying to
Exactly it.
remember that's a great tip. What can you think of some other insights that would help us again try to tap into a little bit of the Corey Johnson artistic engineering skill? I mean, we're not going to be Corey Johnson. That's you, but we'd all like to be able to just develop a little bit of that, a touch of that.
Yes. So I'll give you a more even direct kind of method is, again, I'm classically trained in violin and viola. I'm not here to make a pitch on a specific composer or even you take up that instrument. But when you listen to some good, really good classical music or a symphony, what that will naturally do is it helps you, I feel like, understand deep, complex emotions that you may be facing yourself or around the world around you. And as you're listening, work on what you're working on. So I'm coming back to that, but doing that, they put a lot of work and effort into their compositions. They were deeply complex. They were deeply technical. So almost framing your head around that, if you're consuming all types of media, that's a good addition to what you may be doing. Um, yeah, it provides a really healthy understanding of yourself and the world around you. I get so many answers going to a concert that I didn't go for.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm at the Atlanta Symphony, and here I go thinking about, like you said, I wonder about that door. What about this this walkway?
Yeah, yeah. It's I wouldn't have connected the dots, and yet that's the
Yes,
whole point, right? I'm
yes,
learning from someone who has this deep ability that I don't have. Ah,
that's it.
listening to beautiful, complex music gives
Yes,
me an ability to see complexity in a new way, to feel solutions, to connect to
exactly.
my humanity. Wow.
That's
Um,
that's it.
yeah,
And
I
also what
like
it
it.
brings about too, and hopefully this isn't me expounding too deeply, but I think what it gives you is a feeling of there's a hope piece, but then also an ease. So things can oftentimes feel complex, but they really aren't. Not once you get down to the root of the issue or the root of the thing that you're working on. That can be solved with what's either available or you have it in you to solve that problem.
Yeah, great tip. Well, as we wrap up, Corey, I wonder if I could invite you to take a minute and tell people how they can learn more about the project, how they can connect with you,
Yep.
how they, you know, maybe you're on social media somewhere. You could share the ways to follow you on social media, that kind of thing. Because I think people don't want to end the conversation yet, and so if I help them find a way to continue.
Oh, absolutely. So, of course, we're on social media, Instagram, neighbor.life, LinkedIn, Facebook. You'll find us there under Neighbor Development Incorporated. So, of course, check us out there. One unique thing that we are doing, bringing up the music again, we do have a neighbor radio channel. So on there, that's where we're just having kind of everyday conversations about updates with the company, as well as sharing some music is always important to me. So that's a great way to check us out on live365.com/neighbor. You should be able to check us out there. And of course, Funding Hope, definitely check out our campaign there. There's a ton of information for you to go through there.
Yeah, that's a really healthy reminder, and you can visit fundinghope.com to find the project there on their listings. But this short link here on the screen, s4g.biz/neighbor with no O, is that's the URL, the short link that'll take you straight to the Funding Hope website, and um, I'm not sophisticated enough to track you. It's just a benign short link. Nothing will happen to you if you use it. So it's a quick and easy way to learn more about Corey's project. Well, Corey, thank you very much for being with us today. We want to wish you every success with this project and all the great work that you're doing.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
All righty. Now, let's do some good.